Hello. My name is Siahlongwa. I am an activist in Johannesburg, South Africa. I speak about human rights and I advocate for social justice in my country and beyond. This morning wisdom session segment is designed as just a wisdom corner where we all get to explore life's problems, societal issues, even current affairs, if it applies to, life skills and self development. And well, I go back to my own personal experiences. And I also invite you to come on board and share your personal experience. We can borrow from those experiences to find little nuggets of wisdom, lessons that we have all learned that we can share with the public for development. Well, this week we're discussing how to overcome heartbreak. I think that heartbreak is such a powerful topic, a critical topic, an important topic. Anyway, so I would say that heartbreak applies on so many levels. It could be business related. So, for example, you could try to start up a business idea. You invest all your energy into it. You really want to do it. And something happens that, makes you lose faith in the project itself, in the likelihood of you succeeding, or you even fail or see a sign that there's failure, just, running amok in the business, and you feel there's no way that you can continue. And so you give up and you're heartbroken. It could be applied in your religious experience or your spiritual experience with your relationship with God, where you go through something so traumatic, so painful, so hurtful, and it wounds you so deeply that you no longer see the need to believe in a God, or you're so upset with the deity that you pray to because a particular item that you put forward in the form of prayer was not attended to, and you feel as though you've been neglected. Or if he really existed, if that deity really existed, then therefore that prayer would have been answered. And if not, it means, your efforts are futile in prayer. You could even speak about heartbreak in the context of relationships, intimate partner relations, where you invested your focus on a particular individual and that person has let you down, or the circumstances under which you came together are no longer amicable, and that relationship no longer works. And so heartbreak would ensue. But I think that coming to terms with the fact that we cannot control other people and we cannot control what happens to us, but the real power is in what do we do after the fact? What do you do with your hurt? How do you package that in such a way that you strategically work your way toward what you want to achieve? Now, I think for all of us, it's very difficult to detach ourselves from trauma, from an experience of pain and being let down and being disappointed and even depression and anxiety. But I think it's important to always do that, to find a way to detach. And I think that some people, have mastered this. When it comes to detachment, I think many people, once you reach the age of, I'd say teenage years, from your 13s up, 12, 13 up, you start to learn how to detach. You find things that assist you to detach from your current situation and go to a neutral space or a happy place. Some people use alcohol to do that. Some people find sleep through that. Some people do that through running and exercise. Some people do that through getting high and using, mind-altering substances. Some people find comedy, watching series and drama and, entertainment, music, dance. And so many, layers that we could explore the expression of detachment in the way in which we engage. But I do think that, we all need to find healthy ways to detach, and healthy ways that will assist us to detach long enough to start to heal. And more than just that the detachment shouldn't hamper your productivity, your ability to get your necessities, to man and attend to your responsibilities day to day. Now, whenever I experience heartache, I always feel a drastic need to detach. If you can get away, get away. If you can visit someone, visit someone. Don't live in the same place. Don't go to the same spaces. Don't listen to the same music. Just completely detach from that particular experience that caused the hurt. And detaching, it really does start to inform the healing process. But obviously, I advocate for detachment that is healthy and that doesn't hamper your productivity and your ability to attend to your responsibilities. So even if you can do that, dedicate a particular segment to your day or to your week to that detachment process, to allow your mind to refresh and to stop thinking perpetually in a cycle of analyzing the negative situation, of the wound, pain, whatever it is, the deception, lies, or the failure, whatever it is that has sparked the heartbreak. And then in the process of detachment, it's always important to find little nuggets, little, keys to the problem that you can have a look at. Now, we're very lucky that we live in a technological age where you could, look at a book, for example, self-help book, and see how others have, coped in those situations, how other people have found guidance out of heartbreak, out of disappointment, out of failure, out of rejection, out of sort of feeling powerless in a situation. And I think the real triumph lies in being able to detach yourself and to just study yourself, to say, how was I empowered in that situation? What could I take away from that experience that could make me a better person? And I think for me, in my past relationships, I always go back to the situation and I analyze how I was responsible for creating the environment that facilitated that rejection, that failure, that pain, that wound to become a reality for me. Or whatever it is that sort of helps you to boost your confidence, look your best, feel your best, and get some peace, get some clarity in your mind. And then once you've done that as well, to actually get out, eject literally out of your situation by literally, I'll advise you to do this. Now, if you're in a quiet room, lie down or sit down. If you're not in a quiet room, please find one. And if you're not in an opportune moment to do that right now, I guess you could pause this and then watch it later. But I would say find the time to lie down on a bed or, be still in a chair. Breathe in and breathe out and focus on your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, in everything that has happened in your life, from the great moments of, climax and apex and summits and joy and peace and love and the abundance of good memories, that there is an equilibrium that happens when you look at death, where you start to compare and you realize that the negatives are not powerful enough. They don't deserve that kind of impact to carry the weight that actually dissolves the power that the positive elements in your life have actually had over your existence. When we look at the trajectory of, anyone, we're reading obituaries, nobody actually just says, this person just experienced pain and suffering and then they died. We look at the positive and we look at the negative and we see how these come together and start to create the person, start to authentically create the experiences of the person. And the right now, the immediate situation that you're in, it doesn't define your eternal existence. It doesn't define who you are, but instead it defines that particular moment, that particular experience. And when we take death and we put that into the equation, we observe the finite element in our lives, we realize that it's important to completely detach the right now from the rest of how we see ourselves and how we see our lives. We need to detach that and actually put it in equilibrium with the positive to say, what am I grateful for?